Chapter 626. Kishir Lahore, alive here and now, just that, as long as he didn't forget that. With this thought, he found a sense of calm. He gazed deeply at Kishir Lahore, trying not to miss any subtle changes, as if seeing him for the first time. Kishir's face was refreshingly handsome, warm, and consistently honest. Emotions never fell before from anyone else swirled captivatingly in the eyes of this beautiful noble man like a sweet dream. It had taken him a long time to recognize that this Kishir Lahore was walking a different path from the one in the past. Regardless of what others said or what happened, his vow to stay by Kishir's side remained unchanged. He thought he had correctly determined what was important, reflecting on the past, present, and future. Yet, even after seemingly sorting out his past, present, and future, he couldn't maintain his usual composure when the situation arose. It meant his heart had not truly settled yet. Perhaps it's because I'm always relieved to see the current Kishir who is unlike the one from the past. He felt again the weight of old emotions that he had experienced at the guillotine. Those long suppressed feelings hadn't disappeared but lingered somewhere in Yudhir's heart. Yudhir introspectively peered into his dark swamp, too heavy and deep to fully understand. Bitter longing, cold hatred, respect and aspiration, resentment and anger, an inexplicable yearning, shadows constricting a murderer's body, all mixed together to form Kishir Lahore, the only name that could shake Yudhir so profoundly. Kishir also saw how long Yudhir struggled to maintain his composure in front of this conjecture. Knowing that Yudhir had no good feelings for him in his previous life, it must not have been easy for Kishir to discuss this conjecture. Yet he spoke his thoughts logically and without emotion, deeming it necessary. Yudhir decided not to forget that he was now here because Kishir was that kind of man. Think simply. While part of his heart ached as if wounded, he didn't want to be blinded by it and miss what truly mattered. Enduring a difficult situation wasn't unique to him alone. Kishir too was enduring unfamiliar pain for Yudhir. Oh, come on. I think we as readers can see objectively that both Kishir and Yudhir in the previous life were also in love with each other, but because of complex circumstances, it was, a bad ending. And obviously, the resentment, the pain, none of those things were erased. Yudhir is just numb. He got numb to that pain and everything. He felt the pain and suffering for 10 years in the form of indifference. I don't think it is something we should be taking lightly. And this is the reason I want Kishir to kind of get all of his memories back. Not like dreams or seeing as a picture, but data transfer. And he knows. And then they can probably put everything together that they were in love with each other, but they also hated each other, or probably Yudhir hated him. Hate is a strong word. Let's just say helpless. And Kishir pushing him, yes, he pushed him because he knows that he won't be alive for long, and he's in love with this dude, and he can't do anything. And the most he can do is just protect his future by giving him all these privileges, making him a commander, giving him a title, blah blah blah. Doesn't resolve the issues of the past life. They're having a lovey-dovey relationship, but doesn't erase the fact they had a tragic past. Those things should be addressed, even if it takes a couple of chapters. It's going to be painful, but I think it is a very necessary thing they have to do to progress in their relationship before getting married. Getting entangled in events that had nothing to do with his current self and were unlikely to happen was unpleasant for anyone. The realization that traces of a person he had yet not existed within him was not a welcome thought. Yet the man never once let go of Yudhir. Suddenly, Yudhir reached out and gently touched Kishir's cheek. As his hand moved naturally over Kishir's face, Kishir softly grasped it, looking down submissively and rubbing his face against it. As their skin touched, their heartbeats almost synchronized. Without expressing in words or emotions, the sound alone eased some of the pain. Do you not resent it? Yudhir impulsively asked in a soft voice. Considering that you are entangled with me in these strange events? Not at all, Kishir immediately replied. I have never had such a thought, and I probably never will. The only thought I have right now is just one. The man whispered, asking if he knew what it was. As Edith slowly shook his head, a voice lowered enough to be just audible reached his ears. The thought of surviving well in the future and how to see the precious laughter of the one I love for a long time. Yudhir was speechless for a while. He wanted to ask back what it was, but a sensation like the crashing of mighty waves struck the edge of his heart. Is that it? What do you mean? It's a serious issue. Kishir usually jokes like this when he's hiding his real feelings and being evasive, but right now he seemed to be truly sincere. Yudhir, dumbfounded, let out a strange breath that was neither a laugh nor a sigh. Yes, smiling suits you much better. Kishir smiled as if he had painted it. Don't worry too much. What happened this time was certainly surprising, but after all, it's a thing of the past. Even if I'm curious about the previous game, it can't be the same as back then. We both know that using the same pieces to play a game doesn't make it the same game, don't we? ... But if you need to, you can use me, hate me, and resent me instead. I will gladly accept whatever you give me. That doesn't seem right. Rather, I should. His playfully serious voice was amusing, but in truth, even if Yudhir really did it, he would have accepted it willingly. Yudhir denied his words, feeling the atmosphere rapidly soften in a surprising way. It was Kishir's power that changed the atmosphere like this. He skillfully embraced Yudhir, who didn't know how to release his pain alone, and helped him gently push his worries to the back. He realized just how broad-minded Kishir was, especially at times like this. Indeed, he was an unbeatable opponent. In the sensation of the still flickering remnants of his unextinguished heat period, Yudhir called Kishir in his dream. Like an unwelcome guest hidden in the shadows, the man stood alone. The Yudhir in the dream had turned his face away and did not look at him, so he didn't know what expression he was wearing, but the current Kishir said he had read fear in him. Was that all that the current Kishir had read from there? He thought it was probably not. Then, if Yudhir asked the questions he had long wondered about but never had answers to, could he answer them? Commander? Yes. As soon as he called softly, an immediate reply came. Like Yudhir, he was not asleep. The sound of his heartbeat became stronger as he slightly tightened his arm around Yudhir. Yudhir listened closely and then spoke. If, as you said earlier, the commander of the previous game really felt fear when he saw me in the commander uniform, then why did you... ... No, never mind. He intended to ask why he was appointed as a cavalry commander, but he felt it was strange to ask someone who was the same yet different. After all, even if he wouldn't know the perfect answer. Just go to sleep. As Yudhir shook his head and exhaled, Kishir inserted his fingers into his hair and stroked it. As he repeated the action for a long time, the suffocating emotions disappeared and slowly sleep approached. Yudhir blinked several times and then finally closed his eyes completely. Even after that, the man who continued the same actions whispered as a deep darkness once again fell over the small cabin. Well, not everything can be known, but one thing is certain. In the act of making new clothes, there is an old wish embedded, hoping that the person will wear them and think of the person who made it. It was a story originating from an old tradition unknown to many, but Kishir knew it. The man who was hiding his emotions in laughter, shrouded in shadows, surely knew the same fact. Kishir stroked his pale cheek, still slightly flushed from the remnants of the heat period. He cuddled Yudhir and then closed his eyes in a corner of the small cabin. The winter wind blowing outside could not invade that place. Oh, freaking hell. See, giving him name, giving him clothes. He kind of inserted himself. Other people probably gives you rings or something which is obvious. But Kishir gave him things that literally transformed his lifestyle and inserted everything. His thinking, his clothes, his power, his title, everything. I'm not saying Yudhir did not own those. I'm just saying Kishir kind of inserted himself so that it is not obvious but also there. It's like expressing a love song and saying, you know what? It's just about the moon. Another day had passed. Yudhir got up from his bed, feeling the after effects of the heat period had completely faded. His body felt surprisingly light and overflowing with energy. He felt as if he could blow away the whole cabin if he wanted to. Recharge, baby!